Today I'll be painting from Dina Norland's artwork. Dina Norland is, I think, a Norwegian artist. I'll have her profile up on the screen, but she passed away a couple of years ago, I think due to cancer. She was one of my favorite artists at the time, and it really rocked me when she passed. I always watched her YouTube videos. I loved her character design. I loved everything about the artwork that they produced. And I was really disappointed when they passed, but their family is still continuing to do different projects and things, which I'm kind of excited about. I want the art book that they're going to be selling, and they're trying to get it together now still, I think. They've asked for support to create the book, so hopefully I think that's supposed to be coming like this year or next year. I'm not too sure, I can't remember, but they were a huge inspiration. I never got any of her books, but I wanted them. I loved her comics. I loved seeing her work on different things, and she was just a huge inspiration. So when I think of creature design, I think of Dina Norland. So I think I got halfway through the week before I really had time to sit down and reference her photos and really think about what I wanted to make. I finally got that chance, and I'm really happy with what I chose. So this first one is a prehistoric unicorn. She had a series of unicorns that she did, I think for Junicorn? I think that's what she called it. It was a whole month of making unicorns, and that was one of my favorite series. The way that she creates animals is just beyond, like, out of this world. I was so in love with the stylization and the choices in color and how they were all, like, they were believable fantasy animals, and I really loved that. Like, they could be put in the real world. So I chose my favorite unicorn, which was the prehistoric one. The other ones seemed a little bit too complicated for the amount of time that I did have. I only had about an hour, so both of these took about 30 minutes, and I am really happy with how they turned out. I loved how the sketching phases went. When I drew the snowcat prints, it was earlier in the day, and then I had to go do something else. So I got to sit back down and finish these out, and I'm much happier with kind of the blending and the variety of tone that I was able to get. Variety of tone was really something I struggle with these markers, because the more I use them on the page, the more these markers pill everything up. So I can't really blend very well. I can't go over the same spot more than maybe like 2 times. But that does not stop me from doing it anyways and then just brushing off whatever pills up. So that was my main plan. That was my main action plan. I liked all the colors. I just tried to pick colors that were around similar to what she had. I didn't put too much pressure on myself to get it exact, and I ended up doing some nice blending with the black and the brown on the hair. But yeah, it wasn't too complicated. It was just really nice and easy. So I'll let you guys watch the rest of this coloring. I'll talk to you guys in a minute. The stripes made all the difference on the unicorn. Like, seriously, there was not enough texture at all until the stripes were on there, the white stripes and the leg stripes. Both were, like, so absolutely necessary. I'm glad that I got them on there. But now we are working on the deer snake. So she created this because she thought of summertime, and when she thought of summertime, she thought of deer and snakes, and so she just made it into one character, which was not my favorite one of hers on her profile. So I never really liked it as much as I liked all of her other things, and now that I came back to it, I was like, wow, this is something that nobody else does. Like, a snake and a deer combined is, like, such a weird idea, and I love that it works so well. She made it work so well, and it absolutely is everything I like in a creature design, like the oversizedness of it all, and the wonderful coloring, and the cuteness. I love her cuteness factor. The more I try to create characters, I always try to go spooky, and I'm just not a creepy, spooky person. I always try to make them creepy because that's the majority of media that I see with, like, creatures is, like, scary or dinosaur-y or just, like, they're supposed to be wild and crazy and creepy, and I am not as good at that as I am at cuter stuff. So studying her style or just her character design kind of helped me for the rest of this week just make stuff that was cute or at least cool for me to look at and not what I expected people to like, which is creepy because that's what I see. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. But yeah, I basically just enjoyed sketching this one out. I ended up finishing later than I meant to. I thought I was going to only spend like 15 minutes on each of these, and then I got too into them. So at the end of this coloring, I got really hurried, and the line art kind of didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but I'm still really happy with how this one turned out, and I hope you guys like it too. Alright, I will see you again to show you the rest of the sketchbook pages. Okay, bye. Wow, I look really pale. Okay, guys, today we're gonna do things a little bit differently. Usually I show my face at the end of this. Usually I show my face at the end of these videos, and today I don't feel like doing that. So, let's get into it. For this first day, I really wanted to do a random character. So I started off by rolling a warthog, so the base of everything was a warthog and the pose and everything. And then I got lionfish for the tail. TT, I think, is what I used for the face. And then I used a zebra for the eyes. The capungi, I think, was for the horns. The meerkat was for the front legs. The platypus was for the texture of the fur, so it was like short fur. The deer was for the coloring. The guar, I think maybe the guar was for the ears or the horns, I can't remember. The tenrec was for the face. I changed the face completely. And the caracal, wait. Maybe the capungi was the monkey and the monkey was the nose. I can't remember now, but they were all different features. So I drew this originally and I used all the different features. I have a reel of it on my Instagram. Maybe I'll flash that up on the screen like over here while this is happening. But anyways, I made this and I really, really liked how it looked. I've never done one of these before and I was super stoked by the result. And I have all the deer colors down here. That's where I stuck them when I didn't know what I was going to use. But then I wanted to do a little pose for it. So I just posed it like a meerkat because I thought that was really cute with how stubby its legs were. So I really like it. And I actually like the lionfish tail. I didn't think I was going to. Okay, so I was watching this guy on YouTube do character designs with a pen and just scribbled. So I started over here, and these kind of look how he does things, and I used a really juicy pen, and it was just way too dark too fast, so I used one of my more dead pens, and I made kind of like a queen kind of character, high collar, big beehive, but I wanted to be like animal characters, so I went with like a bear thing and a wingless dragon, and I don't know what this is, but it has huge elephant feet. It kind of looks like a Bulbasaur. I have no idea what this is. I abandoned it. I didn't even try to figure out its face. It's kind of like a pig thing. This is like an anglerfish with a weird face. I really like how this looks because it's so gangly, and my boyfriend said it looks like it's waving its tail. So that's cool. And this is like an owl with no wings and like a quadruped owl. It started slowly getting better. I ended up doing another spread because it was getting better and I didn't want to leave it while it was looking kind of cool. So this is a weird, messed up giraffe. That's just a strange pile of snake. This is another messed up giraffe because I like when they're lanky. I liked how his feet ended up looking. And so I liked how they were lanky and I tried to do like a weird one. This one is really cool. I like how birdie it is, a quadruped birdie kind of thing. It kind of looks like it has two sets of wings, but I just messed up. I don't know, like a fluffy, weird elephant. This one is kind of a cool robot-y character. This is just a really fat cat. That's literally it. I don't know why he's shaking, but he is. And this is a really cool lizard. I really like how the lizard turned out. I like the lizard a lot. His pose was cool. And then, okay, this was a weird week. I don't know. I wanted to do humans and animals, so I randomly rolled animals, and I got a penguin, and I didn't know how to make him human, so I gave him human legs. Panda, I gave him human, like, anatomy, almost. But a panda, like, fur body and shape and face and whatever. The flamingo freaks me out, but I think it's good. The camel is bad. I gave it human legs in the back, so the knees are backwards. It's messed up. I don't know. The lion didn't turn out weird. I kind of just gave it human feet in kind of like a weird proportion. The crocodile, it haunts me. I don't like it. I don't like his human teeth. I don't like his human foot. Or ear. His ear was, I thought I was a genius for that, and it's really nasty. Okay. This is the pretty page that you guys saw me paint. This is like one of the only pretty pages from this week. So Dina Norland was a really, really amazing character and creature artist that I followed on YouTube when I was younger. And I'm sure I said enough about it in the video, but she was a huge inspiration on art for me. So I drew her Snowcat prints, which is her little character. I really loved her unicorn series, so I did one of her unicorns. And I did the deer snake because I didn't realize how cute it was. I don't think I liked it when I first saw her make it, but now I really, really like how the deer snake looks, and I think it's really cute. I made these poses up myself. They're not crazy poses, but thinking about anatomy by myself without a reference is impressive still to me. Oh, okay. I am really proud of these. I rolled 2 random animals and mixed them. Look at how cute. This is like actually really cool. The fieldfare and the rough kind of looked the same. Fieldfares are, wait, which one was the normal one? A rough was the one that had this like ring of feathers, and they came in all different colors, but the one that popped up for me was mostly white and brown, and a fieldfare is mostly brown. So I tried to combine them in any way that I could, but I really, really like this spread. And then I tried to mix unicorns with other animals. The lemming was the first one I got, and I think I literally just put a horn on it. I didn't do anything crazy. Then I got a puku. It's just kind of like a deer thing, and so it already had horns, so it kind of looked like that. It already had horns, so I just added two kind of horns and just gave it like that cool unicorn tail on the bottom. And the kiwi is nice. Anyways, a wahoo is a fish. So I was super excited when I got it because I wanted to actually give it 4 legs and a horn and make it really cool. So I started with kind of a line of action like this, and then added in like the hooves are fins, and on the hawks I put little fins, and I think it looks really cool. I love how this one turned out, and it's more than just slapping a horn on a character and calling it a unicorn. And this was also the last day of this week, so I worked 6 days this week, which is almost the whole week, but I did 7 spreads. So I'm really, really happy with how this week turned out. And I hope you guys can follow along for the next week. But for now, we are done.